Hello, my name is Brian Maxwell, and this is Brian's voice. Well, this is Brian's voice. I'm Brian, and this is my voice. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what I was going to be talking about. Not a clue. I thought I was going to do some stories. I thought I was going to talk about what happened during my week. And now I'm left with the option of just sitting here for 20 minutes staring at you. So, let's just do that. One of these days I'll actually do that. Keep an eye out for April Fools. I'm not lying though, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to talk about. And then I bought something. I don't want to be a nostalgia bait channel, but how could you turn down a purchase of this? Look at that. Look. Behold. Nostalgia in a box. If you don't know what this is, you're now my enemy. My sworn enemy. But if you don't know what this is Arcanine. He is one of the original 151 Pokemon. If you're a Mew purist, I suppose. But this is what captured me. Not that guy. This guy. He's what captured me and my attention in a Pokeball. There's something about, it's a big dog. Things were very simple. All you needed to show me was a really big dog. And then I was interested. And today, all you really need to show me is a big pair of cups of tea. And I'm very interested in them as well. Because then I can share one with you and we can have a nice conversation. But we were buying some of Ethan's birthday presents after the fact, and some people got him means in which to purchase things as opposed to the things themselves, which was lovely, because who doesn't like a lovely trip to toy shop? And my impulse control got the best of me, and I bought that Pokemon figure and the new Pokemon game. Oh, it's all coming back to me now. I'm not nearly as good at Pokemon as I thought I was. This new game is actually difficult. I'm having a hard go of it. Maybe it's because I'm just a filthy Gen 1er. Technically Gen 2. I really like playing Gold. That was fun. Anyone think that Typhlosion was just a naked mole rat and not the professed honey badger that they said it was? Because you know what they say about a honey badger. Honey badger don't give a... Am I cursing here? Curious self-editing moment. But Pokemon and catching them all. There'll be no catching of them all now. There's over 1,000. There's some people of equanimous age to me now. What? How are there so many? Well, there was 150. Plus one. It's 151. And then they added more and more and more and more. Pokemon is, if not, one of the greatest intellectual properties on the planet. And how could it not be? I'm trying to... Like everything I think of doing is to the scale of either Pokemon or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think I'll be creating the equivalent of Pokemon or the Marvel Cinematic Universe anytime soon. But maybe my children will, and I'll sponge off their legacy. The whole idea of Pokemon was just instantly agreeable to me as a child. You are a child in the game. Go out and have loads of monsters who'll do whatever you tell them to, when you tell them, and they have really cool powers, and most of them are kind of like dragons, but not nearly as dragony as you'd want them to be. Charizard, not a dragon. That's right. See, I'm very interested in your level of Pokemon knowledge. Because if you say to me Charizard is definitely a dragon, then you're wrong. It's fire and flying. Ah. Wah, 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 wah. I will not be questioned on Generation 1 Pokemon knowledge. No. That is when my special interests began. I don't know how my ma managed it, but she was able to find a shop in town that got the games as soon as they were translated from Japanese into English. And it got to the stage where it got to Generation 3. And I was like, I think I'm done with Pokemon now. I'm a big boy. And now here I am, actually a big boy, and I'm back playing Pokemon again. We did it, Ma. We're back playing Pokemon again. So my favourite Pokemon is Arcanine. It's a big wolf fire tiger. And if you didn't know, it was rumoured that it was going to be one of the legendary Pokemon. Google it. Look at it. There's so many videos and content about Pokemon that I consume at the regular, and I've no idea if anyone has as much or more Pokemon knowledge than me, but I know you're out there, and I love you. And as soon as I get a half-decent team, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you with the Pokemon. I remember my team. Raichu, Golduck, Slanslash, Gyarados, Rapidash, and Kabutops. I didn't even get Arcanine because I had Pokemon Blue. Me and my friend who lived beside me, Daniel, he had Pokemon Red and I had Pokemon Blue, and Arcanine wasn't in Pokemon Blue, and I'd already pretty much completed the game before I got the Growlithe off him. Such is life. But I was very happy with my friends, the ones that I had, and then we figured out you could trade and get all of the Pokemon at start: Bulbasaur, Squirtle and Charmander. I tell a lie, I did not have a Rapidash. I had a Venusaur. There you go. Because Bulbasaur was my first. You never forget your first. Little cabbage frog. Bulbasaur. Oh, you're absolutely right, I can do, if not all, the voices. And I'll do them now. No, I will not make you suffer through that. But if you want to, I'll do a few short videos. I have no problem making Pokemon noises. The thought of it gives me an unending amount of joy. And I've been able to pass that on now to Ethan. And I'm curious what our Generation 2 child will think of Pokemon. But Ethan does really like Pokemon. And his first Pokemon, while playing a Pokemon game that he chose when I got the new game, was Totodile. Totodile is a little, well, tiny little blue crocodile man. Guy. Person. Bunch of ones and zeros used to separate me from my money. And all these years later, it is. Which one do you want, buddy? Blue one. Excellent choice, pal. Even though Bulbasaur was my first, I did kind of want Squirtle, because Blastoise had cannons, and bitches love cannons. Me, I'm a bitch, and I love cannons. There you are. Gun Turtle, Cabbage Frog, and Fire Dragon. Charizard, by all rights, was the coolest one, but I'm a little counterculture, little special boy. Ooh. I always have to pick the one that I'm not supposed to pick. Because I'm cool like that. I still do maintain that Sandslash should have gotten more damage output for using Slash. Because it was in his name. Slash. 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 That's 2 of 151. Still now, having shown Ethan the Pokemon series and now playing through a game while he's in the room and he's not allowed to have a turn. He can play it when he is of age, just as the lore dictated. At the age of 10, I will give him some version of a Game Boy console by the glorious Nintendo. And I will let him play himself. I'll tell him everything he's doing wrong. It's only the one time I will ever criticise him. Come on, would you get rid of Vine Whip? Leech Seed is stupid. Leech Seed is amazing, which I'm learning now. It's fascinating for me to even conceive of an idea of someone not knowing what Pokemon either is, or at least being able to tell me about 6 Pokemon that they would use in a Pokemon battle. I'm unbelievably disavowed to think that someone doesn't know what this is, and I've happily sit down and talked to them. Oh wait, I'm doing it now. So here's why Pokemon's amazing. It has lasted as long as I have existed. And I've lasted, well, a good long time now, haven't I? Over 25 years of Pokemon. 30? Oh, someone fact checked me. I'm not good at the numbers. There's very few things that will unite people more than the thing they loved when they were 10. And I would love to know what the thing you loved when you were 10 is. And if you're 10 now watching this, I'm very surprised. But what's your favourite thing? It certainly isn't me. I'd love to know the psychological reasoning of why 10. Is there like a very specific age where you're like, no, this is where your nostalgia starts. This is what will be used against you for the rest of your life to gain money off you. Detective Pikachu. Looking at you, Ryan Reynolds. And to think now what Ethan and soon-to-be babies nostalgia will be when they're 10 and then they become 30 and then I'll be still 30. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to live forever. I have a load of revives in my back pocket. Yes, that's another Pokemon reference if you don't get it. It could just be as simple as someone looking out the window and looking at a car and their brain switches on and going, that's it. All we like is cars now. pro wrestling, ballet, stand-up comedy, art, more dancing, more singing, football. And then been able to stick with it. Because I didn't watch Pokemon for years. And then it found me again. Because I needed those sweet, sweet nostalgia drips. Not a Pokemon reference. Go, nostalgia drips. Use hindsight not being 2020. It was so much better in my day. No, it wasn't. No, it absolutely was not. After watching this video, go look up videos of the new Pokemon. It's amazing. I'm only playing it on the Switch, and it's still blowing my tiny little 90s boy mind. I am referred to in the parlance of the hobby as a Gen 1er. They were all better in my day. There was a big pile of goo named Muck. And if you spell that backwards, I could be demonetised. I don't even think I'm monetised, but shinna. And then you go in and look at every other Pokemon. I think, aha, they all are spelled differently backwards. Some of them are. I didn't realise, while watching Pokemon the first time, how camp Team Rocket are. And as is evident by the last few videos, I really like camp entertainment. I wonder why. To protect the world from devastation, to unite all peoples within our nation, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse, James, Team Rocket, blasting off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meowth. That is right. If anyone ever calls me a twerp, I think I will go into a blind outrage. Yes, another Pokemon reference. Could have just said rage. Could have said thrash. I would love to know what your 10-year-old self loved. And have you passed it on? And have you maintained it? Are you still playing Pokemon? Do you want to play Pokemon with me? Come on, let's play Pokemon. Let's go down to the shops and buy loads of Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards? That's nearly another video in itself. It's another ecosystem. The money that these pieces of paper were worth, I didn't know at the time. I was a fool and I collected the wrong ones. I thought the ones that were like I think they were the tops ones, were just a picture and like a little description, like the Pokedex entry in the back. They were far cooler to me. They're not the ones that people are vying over. It's always Charizard. Bleh. Charizard is perfectly fine, but you know when you've chosen your starter, you're going to be ride or die. Well, not die. Faint. I'll ride, but I won't die. If I tried to ride, I'd faint anyway. That happens in the later generations. The riding, not the dying. Although, there is Lavender Town. From having not been able to talk about anything, I have now spent my allotted time. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to talk more about Pokemon with you and any of your 10-year-old selves' favourite things. Please let me know what they are in the comments. And thank you so much for listening. mind yourself. And I'll talk to you real soon. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon!